Hello, everyone. It is 5:10, or I guess it's 5:13 according to my computer, and we'll switch my watch so that it'll be right for another day or two till it slows down. But I'm so excited to finally be here with you guys tonight. Sorry about last night. I really tried um, to get all of my pieces cut and I couldn't do it. My head was speedy and nothing was working. And oop, I didn't forget my water. Pause a second. So then we had a double date, and double dates are fun at our ages, or my age anyway. Dinner without kids or without even adult kids. It was just four adults, and we had a good time. We had lots of laughs. I always laugh with my one of my favorite couples. Anyway, so I got home. It was raining. The dogs were a little nervous, racking and stuff, and barking, and I don't know. Um, but we were tired, so I went right to bed. So I apologize. Um, that's just how it went. But I didn't want to just do it and make mistakes and everything. I wanted to really give you the time that this card deserves. Um, New announcements. I'll wait for people to get in. But some announcements are, I'm going to bring it up so that I don't do it wrong. Because of celebrating National Scrapbooking Day, which is going to be May 3rd, which is going to be Saturday. Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Stamping Up is going to have it's going to have an offer, and I am reading it, an offer for the customers to receive 2 times the Stampin' Rewards for 2 days. So I'm going to go with Saturday and Sunday. No, Friday and Saturday. 2 times the reward, 2 days only, May 2nd and 3rd. So that's exciting. So what that means is with the new rewards program, when you order, you get 10% of your order in rewards. I think that's how it is. Please forgive me if that's incorrect. And with that, so you're going to get 2 times the reward, so 20% of your product amount, not with shipping and tax, obviously. So I wanted to share that with you. I will put that on my Facebook page here, and we will be able to share all that. So it'll start May 2nd at 7 p.m. Mountain Time. So that'll be, oh golly, here we go. 10 p.m. Eastern? I don't know. We'll have to look at that. Until midnight Mountain Time on the 3rd. So that's like 3 a.m. So we get longer on the other end. But so yeah, all orders 25 and older qualify. So customers must have a Stampin' Up account and be opted in to earn the Stampin' Up rewards. So you want to do that before Friday. If you don't have it before Friday, you won't have the account secured that you're opting in. So you'll want to be able to make sure that you do that before Friday. So that because if you don't do it before Friday and it starts, Stampin' Up is technically, the office is closed. So you just want to check on that. Just make sure you do it before Friday. And that's easy. If you have any questions about that, please let me know. And right now, I'm just checking to make sure I'm live in the right place in case you're seeing me doo-dah, and I am. So we're going to get rid of that. My phone, this is a big surprise to most of you, is dead. So it's upstairs, upstairs juicing up. So, all right. Today is Wednesday, April 30th. I'm Joette. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from, I don't know what to say when we go to this, southern tier of New York State, around the Finger Lakes region of New York State. I'm in the lower end of New York State on the Pennsylvania border. I've been a demonstrator, golly, 8 years, I believe we're going on. Or 12 years? No, that's not right. I gotta double check. It goes by so fast. All right, I thought we'd wait for people to come on in, but I don't see anybody coming in at the moment. This is totally the wrong day, the wrong time, and I didn't give you guys a warning of when I was coming because I didn't know either. So this fan, what do you want to call it? Fan tutorial is from Lisa Curcio, and she has an amazing video that goes through all of this. I got confused only because I felt like she was going too fast, so I had to slow it down and really look because I really couldn't figure out how the fan portion was being put together. So here is the fan card that I did. All right, and then this is embossed, and then this is the ribbon that came in silver around Halloween last year, and now it's in gold. I can show you that when I look you down on my desk. And then inside, there's kind of a glare, I'm sorry. Inside, I didn't put a sentiment in there because I just really wanted to show you, I always go the wrong way, what it looks like. And so this is where you'll write, and this is covered over. And then you'll see that some of the bling is here. And where to go? Oh, there it is. So if I hide the fan part, you'll see the 3 bling here, here, and there. All right, so when you open it, the bling is actually on the lemon lolly. Phew, that was crazy. Hope you weren't watching that card go crazy. You would get a little dizzy. So if you need to write more than what this gives you here, you can always put some more on the back. You could put some basic white cardstock on the back. And you can add your DSP down here and, dress it up and just give you a little bit more. But with that said, if this card looks a lot bigger than what we normally do, it is. It's a 5x7 card, and I have never done a 5x7 card until today. Well, this week. So, quick. So that's what I'm going to show you. I'm going to try to show you all of the cuts. Like I said, I was a little confused, and if I go too fast, then I didn't do my job because I really wanted to. I got a little confused with some of her cuts, and that's okay. I'm not used to her videos. I don't watch them, daily, weekly. So I'm not used to how she teaches. So with that said, we're going to go down, down, down. Okay. I'm going to grab the ribbon. And I am using, and I believe, let me double check. I think it's in the, yeah, it's in the Cheers and Sips is in the online exclusives, but you are going to see this again in the new annual catalog. So here are these stamps. We have some cheers to you, to us, and then a line, it's your day, let's celebrate. We have a tall skinny glass and a shorter, almost like a goblet, some greenery, some probably thyme and rosemary, I don't know, this is some celery, ice cubes, an umbrella, all this stuff, fun stuff. There's a cherry and an olive. It could be an orange, a lemon, or a lime. I think we'll go with a raspberry or blackberry. And there's your stir stick. So yeah, so all very nice, very good sized stamps. The dies actually come with the cups, the goblet. I think it cuts out pretty much everything. And then it has like an inside. Um, you could use this as an inside. You could use it just as an embossing. Um, we're not using this today, but um, an embossing decoration on the outside of the glass. Um, and it also cuts out the designer series paper. So the colors in here are Berry Burst, Blackberry Bliss, Bubble Bath, Cloud Cover, Daffodil Delight, Lemon Lime Twist, Old Olive, Peach Pie, Pretty in Pink, Secret Sea, Strawberry Slush, and Timid Tiger. Whew, that's a lot. And here we go. So, and these almost look like, I guess they're wine bottles, but you could use them as vases or vase, perfume bottles. I don't know. I see a lot of bottle things that you could use them for. Love the back. Even if you're not into the drinks and things, the back, this back color is gorgeous. This is more like whoops, I'm looking for the colors so I can help out you guys. The Pretty in Pink and the Strawberry Slush. So that's really pretty. This is what we're going to be using today. So we have the Blackberry Bliss, the Pretty in Pink, and the Berry Burst. I haven't used Blackberry Bliss since probably fall last year, so I'm excited. I'm excited to use some Blackberry Bliss. And then here's some Old Olive. Again, this looks like the tall glass. So you could cut this out by hand. You could cut it by hand, but make it a little wonky, you know, a little zhuzh it up, make it not so perfect looking, perfectly cut. Or you can use the die. And then here's some stars. This might be the new colors. Timid Tiger. I have to look. Oh no, cloud cover. Cloud cover and Secret Sea. Maybe. Just guessing. You get 2 of each. So this sheet here will cut out the glasses and the goblets perfectly. I don't know about getting all the extras there, but it comes, this has all the colors in it. And then, woo, isn't that awesome? Blackberry Burst and Strawberry Slush, I believe. That's what I'm going to go with. Yeah. So that's a good one I'll be using. And then we have all your condiments that go inside. And then your secret. Isn't that horrible? I'm still not getting them. Secret Sea. Yep. And then, you know, got to have our florals. So all the colors. Timid Tiger's in there. Timid Tiger was in this one as well, but it's really coming out here. And then there it is. Timid Tiger with some Daffodil Delight or Lemon Lolly, I guess it, or Daffodil Delight I'll go with. Yeah. All right. So that's the that is the DSP, and I love the colors. Okay. You know, now I'm just wondering, oh, I should be okay. I just didn't know if I was in record mode, but I did see myself on Facebook, so I must be in the right spot. All right, we're going to take the dies, and we'll use them another day. And we will use the stamp set also another day. So, all right, this is the card. I will try to keep it in, but I can't promise to always. All right. So, here is the card base. And then here is my A layer I'm thinking. Yeah. See, this is what happens. There's so many. Okay. Yep. So card base, my cardstock, and then my DSP. Okay. Just going to put that right in there. So the base is 7 inches by 10, scored at 5.5. Okay. Now, the big thing is, now we're going to come over, and this is going to be my front. Okay. So I'm going to flip it over, and I'm going to go to 2 here. Okay, so I'm going to come in 2 inches. I hope this works, y'all. And I'm just going to put a little mark there. Okay, so I have just a little mark at 2 inches. I'm sure you guys have all done something similar to this before. Okay. Yep. Let's go this way. I'm going to go put it on the bottom. Go in 2 inches. I know what I'm doing. I just don't want to make a mistake here. So let's just double check. This is how I did it. I would put it where it would start at 0 and then I'd mark it at 2. That's not how Lisa showed it, so that's one reason why I was getting confused. Hello, please say hello to us. We're making a fan card. I just saw somebody come in, so I just want to catch you up. We're making this beautiful fan card that Lisa Curcio put together, and we're just going to try to go slow and give it a little bit more detail. This is a 5x7 card, and we're going to take the tick that's right here, from the 2 inches that we put. We're going to put that in the cutting line there, and then we're going to put the bottom right. So we're going to put it right there, and you can see it, and then you can also see the tip. So you're going to go left to right at the slant, and you can see where the tick is here in this, and then down here you can see where the point is. All right, and then we're going to cut, and you're going to save this piece that you cut off, the Blackberry Bliss. All right, so now we have something that looks like this, and then I am going to fold it. Okay, so do you see how it's kind of coming together here? This is the base. Okay, and I'm going to score that so it works pretty good. Okay, and I'm going to set it aside. Now, here is the card base, or the front layer here, and it's cardstock for me, and it is 4 3/4 by 6 3/4. Alrighty, and we're going to do this one. We're going to go in 2 3/4. All right, and then we're going to take a sharp pencil. I have a and we're just going to make that mark right in the track there. Okay, so see my mark there, and then we're going to take this one. We're going to line it up the same way. You're going to put it right in the track, and then you're going to put this down here, this point down in the track right there. Okay, I don't want to start going up, and I'm just going to go down instead, because I don't want my point to get all crumbled up. So I start from the top, and then whoops, then I'm going to erase that that pencil mark. Okay, and we're going to keep this one as well. All right, so we have 2 here. This is going to go here. Isn't it beautiful? I love it. I love it. I hope you guys will love it as well. And again, this is, I should say this is all on the short edge. So this one is on the 4 3/4 side. This one was on the 10-inch side here, and you come in 2 inches there. Okay, I forgot to mention that, so just so you know. And then the DSP is 4.5 by 6.5. Yes, 6.5. All right, and we're gonna go in on this one 2.5. So I'm gonna line it up to 2.5. Hopefully you can see me. And then I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna put my little tick mark there. Okay, and then I'm gonna come down, put the tick mark in the track, and then, oh, look at that, and put my bottom right hand corner in the track. Everything's lining up. I'm gonna start in the middle with the DSP only because it's so much thinner, it might crumble up, especially at the point. All right, again, you're gonna save that. And look what we have here. Okay, perfect, perfect, beauteous. All right, so now we're going to take the DSP triangle and we're going to trim off 1/2 inch. So we're just gonna line it up to 1/2 inch and cut. This piece now is you don't need it for this project, but you can discard it or whatever you feel. Okay, so that's that one. The bubble bath, you're going to cut off 1/4 inch. So we're just going to go in, line it up at 1/4 and cut. And again, this is for another. All right, so you see how this is going, just like that. And then the the cardstock one, you're just gonna leave, then nothing has to come off that. And then this will all mount that way. All right, I wanted the floral, and I love the bubble bath and the Blackberry Bliss together. So I really wanted, hi Kim, thanks for joining, yay. I really wanted to show the DSP. So this DSP is directional and you have to be careful about that. But I'll show you what I did to fix that. So this one worked out well. All DSP is in the same direction. Okay. Now we have 3 pieces that become the center of the fan, this part here. All right, because this one here, that's the big one. That's right there. So this is going to become the other parts. Okay. All right. So this piece here is going to be about 4 and 6. All right. You want this piece to be the same color as the base. All right. And all you're going to do is corner to corner, left to right, corner to corner. I like to start in the middle. Here we go. Okay. Nothing comes off. Everything is good. All right. This one, if you want to turn it, you can use it for a second card. So you're getting 2 in 1. I don't know where everyone is. Hi, Anne-Marie. You and Anne-Marie are here. You're everyone. I'm so excited. It's a different day, Kim, and it's a different time, and I didn't give any warning. So it's my fault that there probably isn't a lot, and it's dinner time. So that kind of happens. So please start from the beginning and look. This is a 5x7 card, Anne-Marie, and it looks hard, but it's not. It is not. I promise. If I can put it together with my lack of mathematical abilities, anybody can. All right, so that's what we did. We just cut this one right in half, and then you need a different color cardstock or a different color DSP that's going to kind of give it a little pop. So I went with the lemon lime twist, which is right there in this in that greenery, and this is 3.5 by 5.5, I believe. And we're going to do the same thing. Line up the left hand top corner, line up the right bottom corner. Get them adjusted so that they all work. A little zhuzhing. I don't like to start at the top or the bottom on a point. So I'm going to lift that up and up, down. And then this one will go here. Okay? Now, this one again, like I said before, you can make two cards at once. Or at least you can make the center fan part at once. 2 of those at once, okay? So we're not going to use this one, we're going to use this one. And then the last one, here if you look, I use the vellum from that so beautiful DSP that is going right out of my brain. But the one that we all loved, I love that DSP. I just can't get enough of it. So I used the vellum on the top of this one. This time I'm going to use DSP, and it's just the back of that. So we're not wasting anything. I'm not worried about the direction of it. One way went well. This one doesn't matter. So this one is 3 by 5, I believe. Woohoo! Same thing. Top left, bottom right. Find the middle of the track. And then it always moves. Okay, don't start at the bottom. Flip and flip. So there you have it. Okay, we're almost done cutting. I promise we're almost done. All right, so here's some more. Now, originally, I was going to do the bubble bath with the white. Okay. I thought maybe because I put lemon lime twist in there, I think I should use the lemon lime twist just because it needs to come up again somewhere so it didn't look out of place. That's how I feel. All right, so we're going to put the bubble bath away. This piece is 4 3/4 by 6 3/4, and that one's going to go right in here, okay? And then this is the inside. So that one's going to be 4.5. Sorry about that, a little off. By 5.5, I hope. Or 6.5, yes. Okay. And this one we're going to go in 2.5 inches, just like we did before. So we're going to go find the edge here, and we're going to tick it here at 2.5. Okay. And then we're going to line up our tick mark and the bottom right mark, or the bottom right corner, tick mark, bottom right corner. And we have this. And then this is going to go right in here. And if we do it correctly, it'll get covered up. And you know what? I don't like the lemon lime. I think we're going to go with the oh, that's better, but that's not the right color. Phew. Let me get the bubble bath. It should be right here. Nope, that's pretty in pink. That's my problemo. I had the wrong color out. See, this is why you all are here for me. All right, well, I knew it didn't look. That's why I didn't like it. It wasn't the right color. All right, so 5 by 7 is going to be 4 3/4 by 6 3/4. Oh, look, it matches my. I haven't had my nails done in. I don't think that's right. I think it's 5 3/4. Yeah. I have not had my nails done in a year, so I just decided that I wanted to do that. So I did have time today, and I did that. So I kind of feel totally clothed. Oh, I like that better. All right. So let's get this out of the way. And I hope I went slow enough, because it does get frustrating when you're trying to follow along. All right, so I'm just going to put this guy in. Oh my gosh, I just had it out unclogged. The glue, I think down in here, since it's getting nicer out and it's a little more humid, if I don't put my my top on my glue, which I'm really bad at doing, yeah, see? So now we're gonna have lots and lots of glue. So we'll put that, it's a good thing we're doing the inside first. So we'll put that right in there. Perfect. Ah! Until it moves. All right. Boy, it's so quiet upstairs. Mike must be outside with the boys, playing with the boys. All right. I'm not going to put the weight in yet, because we need to stamp. Okay. All right. So we'll put that one up there, and we're going to work through this. And what I did is I used the Precision fine tip glue pen. It doesn't put out a lot, and because you want to get it down to that tip the best you can, you're probably going to have a little bit come out there. You want to it's not going to go all the way down. I would be more apt to get everything equal up here, and wherever this guy lands is where he lands, and I can get rid of that that glue down there. That's how I would do it, because it's not going to be perfect. It's not perfect, but it is going to be perfect, but it's not going to touch the you're not going to have a perfect 3 3/4 meet down in here where and I'm seeing a little. All right, there we go. One fan, totally done. And then we'll do the next fan. And I hope that I'll like this. You want it to be different. So if I don't like it, oh well, I guess it's a little too late. Just thought I'd put a little more zhuzh into it, but who knows. Now, because I've had this one out for so long and I'm done with it, I'm going to put that back together before I adhere this. Okay. All right. So here's our inside. There's one fan. Here's the big fan. It's going to kind of go like that. I don't know if I like the lemon lime twist. Where did my insides go? Oh. where those went. So this is going to go here and here, and then this one's going to go here and here. So, do you love these colors together? Hi, Julie. Thanks for joining. Have you ever made a fan card? And then actually, have you ever made a 5x7 card? I've never made a 5x7 card. This is my second time. And I'm having trouble with this corner over here looking a little bit. I did clean my my cutter. So that's probably what it is. I do have a cloth going here. Oh, found it. I'm just gonna trim that little bit off. That's bugging me. There we go. And the same here. I feel that because of the little bits of the corners having to meet and things, you really do want to use Tombow glue, only because it gives you that freedom and a few minutes grace to align it all. See? It does dry clear, but you can pick that up with the rubber, in case you're not familiar. I used it a lot. It's adhesive remover, and it is just I don't know. It's like it's not sticky, but it does rub. If you rub it this way on the card or on the area that you have all the, see how it gets goopy there and colored? That's all the adhesive that it's picked up. So you do have to take a minute and clean it every now and then, but it'll take it right off, and it'll do everything, not just, see, I have some right here. I kept getting my stuff. Yeah, but on the DSP you gotta be a little careful. That's gonna be covered up, so we'll be lucky. So now let's see if we like this, because if we don't, we can go 3 by 5, which I think we're gonna do. So I don't like the green, so we're gonna go in and we're gonna go 3. Whoops, that's crooked. By 5. Oops, I need that. And we're going to go top left to bottom right. Get them in the tracks, the points. It takes a hot second, but it's not horrible. And then there we have it. Oops, I did the wrong measurement. I did the DSP measurement. It's all right. See, this is why you guys get to see the real life mistakes of us. All right, so the inside one is 3.5 by 5.5. Ooh, that just makes 3.5 out of this. 3.5 by 5.5. And then let me show you what I did to help me out making the first one, and then you'll see how it goes by a tad bit quicker. You know what? I think that's too much. think I'm just going to put this over. Or, no, I'm not. Dropping stuff. Remember when we said we make 2? Well, we're going to use that other one. I was trying to zhuzh it up. Shoot. A little bit. I got glue problems. Oh, golly. There we go. And don't worry. Always have glue cleanup. You know what I need? I need one of these, the silicone mats. I need like a 9x12 one. That way there won't be a lot of, let's see, there we go. Here we go. All right. So here's the big one. Well, it's the little one with the DSP, okay? And then this is the one center one. And that we're going to line up here at the bottom left. Hi, Patty. Yay, you're here. Hi. So we're going to line that up at the bottom left. And then you want to make sure that it does not hang over the top of the card, because then it won't fit in the envelope. So we're going to get it down to the bottom and then up to the top here. I'm going to come up just a little bit and it'll be something like that. Okay. Now, you want to be careful that you don't put in dimensionals past that little line that I just drew when I flipped it over. So let me show you again. I lined it up here, made sure it wasn't over the top up there, and then when I flipped it together, I drew a line for the dimensionals. So the dimensionals need to go anywhere down below the line. Okay, so we really want to have one down here. I got stuff on my shirt. Oops, see, I almost put it right there where I didn't want it. Oh. And up there. Now, you're going to use a lot. If you decide to bump this up, like so, you're going to use a few. Because I personally, after making something like this, I don't want it to buckle in the middle, or fall in. So I'm going to I'm going to make sure I have lots of dimensionals. Okay. So again, we're going to line up the bottoms and then make sure the top doesn't go over the, all right, and then I don't like that just because it shows just enough that makes it look like a mistake, but I think it might cover it up. Then we're going to turn around and make sure, and then there's my line. So just because we don't want anybody to see the line, we're going to erase it. Okay, so like that, there's fan 1. How do you think? Hi, Jean. Hi, Sandy. I was wondering about those, Sandy, myself, but I think I'm going to bring it down and try it because, mamma mia, I can make a mess. And then that one's going to go up over it. Same thing again. I'm going to line up the corners here. And then you want to make sure it doesn't go over the side of the card there. Okay? And then again, I'm going to flip it. And I'm going to try to listen to where the line is and not put dimensionals above there. And again, I'm going to go down to where I can and then come up. They're only dimensionals, right? Okay. I use less on the skinnier one. Thanks for sharing, Jean. I appreciate it. All right. So again, I'm going to cover up those points down there at the bottom. And then we're going to come up, make sure nothing's going over. Okay, we're going to flip over. Oh, and I made it pretty much right where I put it with the line the first time. Can't barely see the line. I'm going to erase it if I can get under there. That's how perfect it was. Couldn't do that again if I tried, I'm sure. Okay. And then there we are. Doesn't that look pretty? I love those colors are just in my wheelhouse. All right, and I ruined my white piece because I got some glue on it. So we're going to put it away for another day, and we're going to cut another piece of white. It's the story of my life today. I'm just cutting. So the other one was 5 by 7, so it came to 4. So we're going to go to 4.5. See, this is how I do my math. And then it was by 7. So we're going to go to 6.5. Is that right? Before I put that away too far. Perfectly correct. And then we're going to cut down. We're going to go in 2.5. This is just easier for me than than marking it up through the thing. So there's 2.5. And we're going to put the bottom right and the little notch in. I hope you guys can see me. I did move the camera so that you could see down here a little bit more because I tend to travel down there. And we just want to make sure that you can't see it. Beauteous. So this is how I did the designer series paper. I want this in, okay? So I'm going to cut about 1 inch. Just make sure you have the right direction for it if it's directional. And I'm going to put lots of glue down here because you know that's what's going to happen. And if I didn't say lots of glue, I thought I could do reverse psychology on it. So I'm going to just move this around so that the glue goes that way. Okay. And then we're going to line it up the best we can. My finger stuck, so I knew that was going to get off. Okay. I should have put this on the silicone mat for sure. And we're going to flip it over, whoops, and then it moves. I think I'm hungry. I'm getting shaky. And we're going to cut that off that way. Okay. And I'm going to clean my hands. So what I've learned is if you need just a quick card, you're not sure of the sentiment that you need, don't put a sentiment on it. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't know what I'm going to use this for. I don't think is she here? I could use it for a Mother's Day card, but don't tell my mom. because it is just gorgeous. Okay. Let me pick up my stuff here. So this one, I use the dots from Party Dots. They're from the birthday bundle pack in the suite in the mini that ends today. I'm pretty sure. I think I just read it to you. January to April 2025. So that's this suite here. So I can use these for one more day. Except there isn't anything that matches. So that's the bummer. And I will tell you, my oh, I can't talk. My sentiments are dwindling because of the new catalog. A lot of stuff was retired, so that's what happens. I lose my dimensional or my sentiments. So this is from the new paper pumpkin that just came. Thinking of you, congratulations. Sending my love on your retirement to the happy couple. So if I'm going to use it as a Mother's Day card, I don't want to put anything on there yet. However, my favorites, you cannot go wrong with pearls. Correct. And we can color pearls. I'm not a pearl colorer. And I'm going to use all big ones. Put one down here. And I'm going to put another one over there. Okay. And if you can see that glue, I'm going to, and it's gone. I don't know if you could see that it was there. No, it's gone. I hope you can see the colors in this. I don't know if the video does it justice, but it's beautiful. I love it. And it is easy. Once you start, it is, so let me show you what I did. So here are my little templates. Okay. The base is 7 by 10, score at 5, score this piece and save. Okay. This is where it's confusing, and this is where I had, so this is the first set of cardstock, and it's 4 3/4 by 6 3/4, and then here it says trim off 1/4 of an inch after you slice it, but I didn't get it. I couldn't get that in my head. So when you put it after you slice it, you still have to take this straight edge here and line it up to the 1/4 inch mark. And then even though it doesn't look straight, but it is because you're on the straight, then you cut it. And then you save that part after. So that's a thank you. Thank you, ladies. Again, I got this from Lisa Curcio. And I'm just showing you how I take my templates. I did not think of this by myself. Whoa, my brain doesn't work that way. And then here is this is the DSP layer, which I just used a piece of copy paper and did the same thing. You cut it, and then after you cut, you line up the straight edge, and then you trim that off. And then that one is, this is for that. So this goes together. Boop, end of story. And then you have the big bottom one here. And you just cut, and then you keep the top parts. The bottom parts you can use for a second card, but you got to flip them. Okay? Because otherwise they're facing the wrong direction. You got to flip them. Love geometry. Huh. Okay. But so then you have another one there. And then just make sure you line up the corners, and remember they're not all going to touch, and they're not going to have a perfect frame there. That they're just not. And then you want to make sure the points up here stay within the card. Okay? And like this one, you can put the sentiment here or down here. So I'll work on a sentiment for that one, and I use the gold, what's it called? Gold open weave trim underneath, and then I use the gingham vellum, and I embossed "You Are Loved" here, just so that I could show you what it actually looked like. I'm not loving how it came out. I think it needs to be a little thin script to stay with the mood of it, but the other sentiments I have are just too big. So I do like thinking of you on the paper pumpkin one. That would fit perfectly there. It's kind of whimsical to how, or congratulations. There's hugs, it's like a fancy cursive. So I kind of like the fancy cursive. So, all right, everybody. I hope you had a wonderful day. It was a little chilly, but I had this on and off all day long. I was hot, I was cold, I was hot, I was cold. So it was nice. So I got the inside done. You're going to ask me about an envelope, and we can do one together, probably next week, or I would say over the weekend, but my Lindsay graduates on the 22nd of May, and she has a banquet on Sunday. We're leaving here at 5 a.m. on Sunday morning to travel to New Haven for the day. So that'll be a fun trip. And then I have a women's retreat at church all weekend. So I don't think I'll be able to do the envelope this weekend, but you never know. Maybe tomorrow night, maybe, but I'll get it. I'll show you how to do it with and without the envelope maker. So, all right, let's get my big head showing. I so appreciate all of you. Please remember the double rewards are on Friday and Saturday only. And I would love for you to get that, to get the online account going. So if you need help with that, let me know. And I think that's it for now. So I will see you again on Tuesday next week, and maybe I'll pop up with the envelope. I hope to. So I'll talk to you later. Have a great evening. Bye, everybody. I appreciate you.